The purpose of this video is for you to be able to classify matter by composition. And the word classify means to group by similar or unique characteristics. It's a sort, basically. And the composition is what something's made of. Let's say you were trying to this is as like a comparison. Let's say you were classifying objects as a square or not. A question you could be is, does it have 4 equal sides and 4 90-degree angles? So you put your object, that's the object here, that's one you're considering, and you ask that question to it. If it's a yes to that question, it's a square, like this tile piece. And if it's a no, it's not a square, like this shoe. Now the questions that we're going to be asking are, does it have a mass and a volume? That's the first question. The second is, can it be separated by physical means? And then the next 2 questions have to do with the answer to the second question. And one is for mixtures, and that's, can you tell the parts apart? And the third is, are there more than one type of element bonded together? It's best to see how these questions work with examples. Now, you're also going to be able to sort these similar to the way that Dr. Square did with an organizer like this, where here's the first question, does it have mass or volume? If it's a yes, then you go to the second question. And if it's a yes to one, it's matter. And if it's a no to one, it's non-matter, and so on and so forth. And like I said, it's best to see how this works with examples. Now, let's talk about a piece of gold. For the first question, does gold have mass and volume? The answer is yes. All right. Now, for the second question, can the material be separated by physical means? The answer to that is no. The answer to that is no, it can't be. So that means it's a substance. And then the final question that we're going to ask is it made of more than one type of atom bonded together? Right, it says here element, atom and element are kind of like synonyms. And the answer to that is no. Therefore, gold is an element. Matter, it's a substance, and it's an element. The next thing, here's another example. Let's say I'm talking about heat. I have a picture of some heat around the stove, and we're just talking about the heat that comes off of the stove. And the first question that you'd ask is, does it have a mass and a volume again? The answer here is no. So gold is non-matter. All right? Not gold, heat. Sorry, heat is non-matter. Now the next example is propane. Here is a thing of propane. The red are the bonds. This black are carbon atoms, and the yellow is hydrogen. The first question is, does it have a mass and a volume? That is yes. The second question is, can it be separated by physical means? The answer is no. That makes propane a substance. And the final question, does it have more than one element bonded together? The answer to that is yes. So that makes propane matter, a substance, and a compound. The next example is a tree. All right? Does a tree have a mass and a volume? Yep. Can a tree be separated by physical means? Yeah, I can take the bark away from the tree and have 2 separate things. Now, can you tell the parts apart? Once again, that's a yes. So that makes tree a tree, matter, a mixture, and a heterogeneous one at that. I can tell the parts of it apart. And our final example is sugar dissolved in water. Does sugar dissolved in water have a mass and a volume? The answer to that is yes. The next question is, can it be separated by physical means? The answer to that is yes. That makes sugar water a mixture. And the final question, can you tell the parts of it apart? The answer to that is no. So sugar is matter, a mixture, and a heterogeneous one. That. Sugar dissolved in water is a matter, mixture, and homogeneous mixture.